Hey, what's going on, y'all?
What's up with you?
What's going on, man? Miss y'all, man. Season 3,
up,
man.
man?
We here,
It's
man.
good,
It's good to see y'all, man.
back.
So look, it's March. February just passed. Everybody, I'm sure, celebrate Valentine's Day if you got special somebody. Usually in February, what I do is I read the 5 love languages. I do it every year because I know that as I grow, my love languages change. But in doing that, you got to figure out, does the person that you're with also speak your love language? Like, have y'all realized, does she speak your love language too? You know what I mean? I figured out what are mine, but I got to figure out that she speak mine now that they've changed. So what kind of experiences y'all got with love languages, and how do y'all define y'all's? And do you figure my girl speaks mine? If she doesn't, what do you do about that? If she does, like, how do y'all embrace it and grow upon that?
My love language is not in the book. That's why it get difficult. You know what I'm saying?
And what's yours?
Shut up. You feel me? Like, leave me alone. I think the best way that a person can show me that they love me is to leave me alone. Like, set time. You mean like we could talk now, and then I want you to set time aside to leave me alone. I want you to say, oh, I got an hour for you to not get on your fucking nerves. Like that's gonna be beautiful. That's love. That's not in the book though.
So you saying boundaries?
Unless that's an act of service. No, it's in the book.
It could be an act of service.
It can be an
Okay.
act of
I was
service.
gonna say, bro, you had to explain that one.
Because no, this is the
Tell
thing.
nobody
This is
to
the
leave
thing.
me alone.
So you
Tell my
think
girl
about
leave
like
me
in a
alone.
Or it
relationship.
can be quality time.
Right, quality time with myself.
Okay, all
So
right.
look,
That
this
was
is the
in
thing,
there.
because we plan everything, right? Like we plan where we gonna go, what we gonna eat, when we gonna eat it, when we going to bed, whatever. Nobody plans time to be apart. You see what I'm saying? Like, and if you're not intentional about it, then people encroach on your time, right? And when they do that, especially, and then you think about how taboo it is to say, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Like, I want you to go over there.
I would
You know what I mean?
question.
Bro, y'all gonna fight about that shit.
But look, I would question whether or not is that like a topic of self-care or is it a love language? Because that's like
I
feel
think
like
that's the same
different.
thing.
It can be both. It can be both.
You gotta love yourself.
The question,
I ain't
the question
understand
is,
that.
do you tell her like
Just
that?
yet.
Yes.
Right.
No,
Wait. No, that's what I was going with. That's what I was going with before we get into
Because I know if I tell
anything.
my girl, yo, leave me alone.
Right, because of all
Yeah.
of them, you got the 5 love languages
No way.
or whatever, and that's fine. And it's important to know, like he said, that they change. So you don't necessarily have to find a person that matches yours. They just need to have the capacity to be able to speak to you in it.
So there's a couple things. I don't wanna cut you
But
off.
wait, the overall of them, like he said, how do you say it? The most important isn't it's communication.
Yes.
Because that's all it is.
Yes.
Of all the
So-
love languages, that's the root of it. So you saying leave me, just leave me alone.
Let me tell you where I messed up.
Oh, you got it all.
I know you're saying like
Now you already apologized. You already apologized.
Let me tell you where I messed up. Because my primary, before I figured out, my primary way of communicating that I wanted to be left alone was to look busy. You see what I'm saying? Like, so if I'm doing something, like if I look like I'm fucking it up over here, then you gonna be like, oh yeah, that nigga busy, I'm gonna leave him. But that doesn't happen. So like,
that doesn't work either.
It doesn't work. So you in the middle of something, and they like, what you doing? And it's like, bro, I'm busy. So then I figured out also, so that's one end. That's super passive. That don't work. On the other end, I've tried to, leave me alone, right? That don't work either, even when you calm, because it's like, nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? So I think as opposed to saying leave me alone, it's what I said before. It's planning time. It's me saying, when I come home, I want to do this, and this, and then let's sit down and talk about our day, right? Like, so then.
But make that plain.
Right, to
Because
make that
the leave me
plain.
alone, it's offensive.
Yeah, that's
it's crass. It's hell.
You can't tell
It's like
a
it
woman.
sounded good
for the set.
Because you also have to.
For me, I'm just thinking about my daughter, right?
Right.
So my daughter is more of a words of affirmation and physical touch.
Mhm.
My daughter likes for me to build her up. You
I
know
think
what
it's
I'm saying?
so great. that she know
Also,
hers.
physical touch. My daughter is a big physical touch person. I'm talking about when I wake up in the morning, I wake my daughter up. I go to her bed. I wake her up, and the first thing she do is she'll kiss my arm 3 times. Every single time I wake her up, she wants to hold me, touch
Just
me,
feel
always.
somebody, you
Like she wants
yeah.
to know that I'm there to protect her, and I'm not gonna leave, and I got her, bro. And she does that. It's crazy to me. Like she randomly comes up, kisses my arm. She like is in love with me.
That's the most.
Let me
And that's-
let me ask you
Huh?
something. Let me ask you
That's
something
like
as a
heartfelt.
parent, though.
That
Do you,
is.
since you know her love languages and you know like the different love languages, do you think you have the power to shape her love language, or do you kind of like let her express it?
That's
This
a
is
good
important.
question, but I think it's never definitive, right? It's always
A bit of them all.
a good mixture of
Yeah.
everything.
She's
Because
always growing.
you gotta let her express herself, but you gotta give her structure too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we want to live in a world free of I can do whatever I want to do and this, that, and third, then life smacks you in the mouth, and
Yeah.
you're like, no, you can't really do
Yeah.
that. So I do let her express herself to a certain point, but then when she kind of goes off the rocker, like, yo, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
if you let a kid be who a kid really is, they'll walk in the store and be like, Mommy, why she fat?
Yeah. Oh, they're the most honest person
Yeah.
in the
Yo, you,
world.
Right.
but then you
Free,
say,
man.
yo, you can't say that out
Yeah.
loud, like, you
Most
know what I'm
honest
saying?
person in the
Like,
world.
somebody might feel bad.
Yeah.
Just
And I'm-
whisper it to me.
that's a real life combo. Like,
Yeah,
I had my
yeah,
daughter
it
was
is.
walking to the mall. She saw a big person. She was like, "Dang, she's fat, Daddy. She need to go work out."
Yeah.
Because she see a lot of working out and stuff like that. Also, she seen a person in a wheelchair,
Yeah.
and she was like, "I said, Jayla, don't you say nothing." And then I'll talk to her on the side, like, this person, you don't know what happened to him, why he was in a wheelchair, but it's just
Speak
like
of
the
like a
rest.
fence.
They
Yeah.
think like us. They move like us. Something just happened to them in life that is making them look a little different. I said, but we're all
And children
different.
are matter of fact.
Yeah, and another challenging thing about this, because I ran into this, and I think a lot of people run into it, but they haven't identified it yet, is that, so there's an assumption that the way that you communicate love is your preference for being
Receive it.
communicated
Yeah.
with, right? Like, so
Yeah.
I'm an acts of service person in expression, right? But that's not
That don't mean nothing to
necessarily
me. Yeah.
how I receive it, right? Like, I want acknowledgement.
But I think that's also because
You
people
mean-
want to
want
match
words
you.
of affirmation.
You know what I mean? They want to
Yeah.
match what you do. You know what I mean? In your relationship,
I
they
want
try
you to call me
match you.
Kid.
I feel like people
When I call Siri be like, "Yes, my lord," like on some nice, like on some 1500s type shit, like.
type of Game of Thrones.
Siri be like, "Yes, my lord," like yeah, like.
But I think people assume a lot too. Like I feel like I've been in relationships where the woman has assumed that I'm not good at communicating, or I'm not good at expressing, how I feel.
What would she grab the assumption?
She was just grabbing the assumption that like, oh,
Past
you're just not
Past
gonna.
experience?
Yeah, past experiences, just her perceptions of men.
So you mean this early on then?
Yeah, this is early on.
I mean, that's a
But, like,
major stigma. of
But
men,
this
period.
is that's why I brought it up, because like we assume that women like acts of service, but they might not.
They
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 like
might
gifts.
not. She might just like physical touch.
Yeah,
You
some
got
of
to
them-
take that
This is
time
true.
to actually feel people out and communicate. But actually, it's a lot of trial and error that goes on too.
Major fact.
Like you can
How
don't
much-
be afraid to be wrong.
And most of the
often
time,
do we
women
ask?
they all want to speak, they
How
all
you
want to
ask?
communicate. And you can't assume like everybody's saying, but the main structure, the main basis of this, like Michi said earlier, you got to communicate.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't listen to somebody's feelings, their emotional feelings, then you're not going to know what's going on. You have to sit down and talk. Just like AV said, to leave me alone. It can be communicated another way. Okay, so how can we do this? Maybe you go to a counseling session and figure it out. Maybe somebody needs to play that counsel for you. Or maybe you just need to sit face to face like, I need this time. We need to plan it out like this. This is what I like. This is what I don't like.
But you know
This
what?
is
Don't
what
always
you need.
rely too on like verbal communication,
I was
because in the
about to say
same
that.
That's
in
why I
the-
said
in the
emotional.
same respect, why you pointing about to dig into your ass?
No.
But you're reading and she's what you doing. It's maybe obvious that in that moment she just may want physical touch, so you may be able to continue reading and rub her hand at the same time.
That don't
And
work.
it's
No.
sacrifice.
That
What you
works,
saying?
bro.
No. What you
That
saying
works,
doesn't work.
I'm telling you.
Because I'm saying that
My girl that all the time.
if the expectation is that I, on the receiving end, be more perceptive of what's going on in the situation,
Right.
if this person has obviously ignored, right, the fact that I am busy, right? We talking about
It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street.
But I was gonna
Like,
say that was part to your point, because I'm not saying you're wrong. I acknowledge that both of my initial approaches to this were faulty. They did not work. They were wrong and they didn't work, right? So it's like, how do I say explicitly in a way that doesn't create a chasm that I want space, bro. Like, and I want you to have your space. Because the thing is that you're forfeiting an opportunity to love and learn you when you here with me. On the other side, that sometimes here, I think we rely too much on the verbal. Like
Yes.
we consider nonverbal communication to be passive aggressive. We conflict
It
the
is
two.
so
I'm
not.
saying,
I agree.
So I'm saying, me saying, I don't need to explain that, bro. You know what this means. Like, if I do this and you say, what does that mean? I'm saying, all right, you're trying to irritate me. You're trying to get
You're
at me.
trying to try me.
You baiting me. Everybody, y'all all know.
You want me to
You know what that means.
My biggest thing is like my girl. She's a more words of affirmation type person, right? Me, I want you to basically know that I love you by how I act.
Yeah.
So for me, words don't really mean shit to me. And that goes deeper down to when I grew up and a whole lot of broken promises and all these different issues. But when people tell me stuff, I'm like, yeah, I hear you. But when you show me, if I
really
say, like when my birthday comes up, right? And I've been talking about this new basketball that I want, for example. I don't feel like a week before my birthday comes, I should tell you I want a basketball. Because if you really been paying attention to me and you really love me that way, you're thinking like, yeah, my baby likes this, she likes that. Like by the time Christmas comes, you should have a whole list. Because I've been paying attention, talking. That's why I'm like, don't tell me that you love me. Show me.
I need a list. I need a list.
So
No,
But that's just him though. That's just him though.
This is how you fail though. Because that's what I always wanted, right? So I feel like, yo, I'm going to show her. I'm always going to show her, but I didn't do much telling. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would do all the things she like. I paid attention to the little things she said, and every time there was an opportunity to show her and express it, then, you know what I'm saying, I would do it. And I feel like, yo, I'm doing a great job.
Right?
But she was like, I need you to tell me sometimes.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
I want to
I'm
hear
like-
it.
And at first, stubborn Oscar, why I gotta tell you? I show you all the time, man. Blah blah.
I think we all been there.
Saying all this stuff.
And they expand on what he's saying too.
I need to hear it.
Because he said earlier, like, you got to be there. Like, you have to be there. A woman to tell you, I've been guilty multiple times. Like, okay, we're here, we're watching TV, we're doing this. I'm like, yo, you can't just keep discrediting. I mean, you want to watch Grey's, I'm watching it with you. But she like, but you're not here. I need you when it's quiet. I need it when you're just you. And I'm like, okay, well,
Why
like,
you sound so irritated?
you know, I give.
That's what you sound like? Right, yeah.
This is multiple occasions, you know what I'm saying? Different relationships. So you got to learn your partner. You got to know what they want. Because everybody wants different, but you got to be there.
And people don't want you to match them. Well, they do want you to match, but it's more so balance.
Right. It's the balance.
Like for me, my life, I want balance. If I'm working hard all the time and I'm moving, I want you to be strong where I lack.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that
It's conversation.
It's got to be communicated.
And supplementation,
But
rather.
it
And
goes back to what you said about communication, because I like your point. Like, it could be something like quality time. What do you define, or how do you define quality time? We could be watching a show. I could be on my phone, you watching a show. To me, that's quality time. She might be like, no, I want to engage in quality conversations. I want you to be live in this moment. I want your focused attention. So I think everything comes down to communication. Same as physical touch. My girl might walk by, pat on the ass, you know what I'm saying? That's physical touch. She might not want that. She might want the forehead kiss, the cuddling, want to hold hands. So you got to dig deeper into each love language. You know what I'm saying?
I think another thing you gotta do too is compromise. Like, you have to say, okay, well, she likes
you know what
this,
that
and
means?
I don't really,
I just didn't know.
and I don't really get down like that. But it's like, okay, this is her love language. Like, I'm gonna compromise, and like you said, quality time. I think that we just chilling on the couch. We've been on the couch watching movies all day, and I'm like, yo, we just spent a whole day together. She like, yeah, but you was doing all this and this. I'm like, what you talking about? Okay, like, I'm gonna lock it down. We're gonna sit here. We're gonna do it your way for an hour, just so I can compromise and satisfy your love.
I think, like I said, so essentially overall, it's more so the bottom line of all of the love languages is communication, and and just paying attention. And like you said, the most important thing that he said the whole entire time is it's an acquiesce. It's not a destination thing. The love languages change. People change. Your love languages are rooted in so much, where you come from, how you were raised, and it's important, like you said, to just continue to acknowledge them, pay attention, and just finesse as you go along.
Peace and blessings, good people.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We just want to thank y'all for tuning in to season 3, Black Fly on the Wall.
Aren't you happy that you get me, a woman's perspective? Black Fly on the Wall is typically about men and their thoughts. I like to add my 2 cents.
And that's a wrap. Definitely had a good time speaking on different topics. I hope you all enjoy. Share this, comment. It's meant to. Damn, I need to start over again. And that's a wrap. That's it. Damn, bro.
I got the chair all far back. I'm sure I got the other votes. Cool. Thank you all for tuning in. Check out season. thank you all for tuning in to season 3 of Black Fly on the Wall.
Thanks for rocking with us, Black Fly on the Wall, season 3.
And that's a wrap for this episode. We hope you enjoy. It's meant to spark conversations in your home and create change.
What's good, world? It's Aaron Lod, producer of Black Fly on the Wall. I just want to thank you for tuning in, sharing, liking, commenting. Please subscribe below to our YouTube channel and share it with your friends. Talk about it in the barbershop, hair salon, wherever you may be. But we appreciate your time and your effort into listening to what we have to say. And we hope you enjoy the topics. God bless.
As a swindler, say sweeping up these chains like I never been a prisoner. Exchange these chains for angels in my perimeter. Never be the same, I'm flawed, but I'm forgiven, bruh.